I see us. All right, welcome to Real Estate 101, everybody. If you're on here, I really appreciate you taking the time to click on the Good Time Tommy page. Do me a big favor, please like, comment, and share the stream. It would mean a lot, not just to me, but the whole team in general. We really appreciate your support. We need as much support as we can get. So if I say something valuable, if I say something that makes you think a little different, maybe it helps you out. Maybe you're in a position like this and you need a little bit of advice on whatever it is I'm talking about. Hey, share it for me. Share it. Somebody else might need that information too. So every Real Estate 101, we give a shout out to a special somebody. Today's shout out, our special somebody for this week, my best friend Joey Richardson. I'm giving a shout out to him and Kaylin. They do the best jobs at building houses. They by far build the most exotic houses in Murfreesboro, in my opinion. I think that he's just the best home builder ever. Hey, I just gave you a shout out. You're welcome. My best friend Joey Richardson and the Richardson Group. Sam, what's up, my man? Appreciate you getting on here. The Flash. Yes, sir. That's my new nickname. All right, so we are Little Josh is running an errand. Going to get checks for Weatherman in Shawan. So the show topic today, okay, what I'm talking about. The reason I talk about this is because I feel like lately I've had a lot of first-time homebuyers hit me up about buying. Like, hey, I'm not in any position to buy a house right now, but I want to make sure whenever I am ready to buy a house, I'm in the best position possible. So that made me think, like, okay, well, what are the top 3 things that a first-time home buyer, maybe a younger person, maybe somebody that just graduated college, maybe somebody that is, has been in a job for a while, maybe, 25 and under, I'd say is probably that sweet spot. I get a lot of questions all the time about, like, hey, man, what should I be doing right now? What are some things I should be planning for and that I should be looking forward to whenever I want to buy my first house? And I thought more and more about it, and I boiled it down to a science, and I came up with these 3 things, okay? So three financial, and this is strictly financial. This isn't really emotional. This isn't really, house related. It's more financially related. So 3 financial considerations when buying your first home, okay? First one, your debt, okay? Do you have any debts, Evan?
Yes, I do.
What do you got?
I got student loan debt.
Student loan. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think you're in the boat with a lot of people. A lot of people have student loan debts. Do you have debts?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
I have debts. I have credit card debt. Obviously, that's just like a monthly thing that I pay off. It's not a lot. Truck debt. I bought a truck, financed it. I have a little. Hey, I didn't go to school for as long as most people. I dropped out, but I have a student loan debt, so it's like a couple grand. So I have debts. Everybody has. I'd say most people have some sort of debt that they're battling. Student loans being a big one. Car payments being a big one. Maybe I have a friend that he buys tools and he finances tools like toolbox. I mean, that can be something. Let's just say you're in a trade where you're a truck driver or something. Most people have to finance their, a CDL license or something like that. A lot of people have to finance that. They have to, get financing for that kind of thing. And that's a monthly payment that comes out of, your check every single month to pay for that. So whenever I bring up debts, the big thing when buying a house is those debts hinder your purchase power, okay? So for me, I tried to get approved for a house last year, and I had a truck payment that's about $600. It's like right under $600. That $600 truck payment hinders me from being able to buy a more expensive house. I think the exact number was probably close to like 75 grand, okay? So $600 payment won't allow me to put an extra $75,000 on a house. So what would my advice be to somebody that's trying to plan for their future in buying a house?
Don't have a truck.
I know you got to have a car. I get it, okay? Don't make the same mistake I did and go buy fancy-dancy, big truck, whatever. Be smarter. Maybe go buy like a little beater and drive it around for a couple years. Buy your house, make sure you can afford it, and then buy the nice truck or nice boat or nice whatever. I know some people that finance dumb shit like purses, you know what I mean, like just something stupid. Those things that you finance, like furniture. I had a friend that financed furniture for their apartment. and they're paying that off. That's on their credit. You know what I mean? That's on their debt. And as long as that's on their debt, that's going to hinder them from being able to have more purchase power whenever it comes to owning real estate, which is going to pay you back in the future. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I don't like to be the bad guy. But debts, having all that nice stuff is not good. I'm guilty of it. The only reason I'm saying it is because I'm guilty of it. I know what it's like. It's not a good thing. So how could you get around that? Well, like I said, a car. Maybe just drive a beater for a couple years. Maybe not buy a boat. Maybe wait until you buy a house to finance something like that. Or save up enough money, cash. Maybe hit a lick. No, I'm just kidding. Don't hit a lick. But maybe maybe sell something on Facebook Marketplace and keep profiting off of that. Gamble your money a little bit. No, don't do that. Make a little bit of extra money. So maybe have a side hustle to where you get enough money to where you can buy whatever it is that you want in cash and not have to finance it. Dave Dutton. Oh, hey, Dave, what's up, my man? Appreciate you getting on here. Hey, I need to take my TV back to Rent-A-Center. Yeah, hey, you'd be shocked, dude. Dave, I was in a deal one time where they had bought something. I can't remember. It was something really small, but their debt-to-income ratio was right on that line. And they bought, I think it was like $1,000 worth of I can't even remember what. It was something stupid. And that put them over the line. And so that credit, and they weren't able to do anything. So I've seen that happen too, where somebody will get under contract on a house and then they'll go buy a car, and the car just completely wipes them out of being able to afford the monthly payment. Four-wheeler.
Thinking about the new house they're gonna buy. Well, now I got a four-wheeler.
Exactly.
And guess what?
A lawnmower. Yeah, a lawnmower. An ATV. Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot. Not from me, but from other people, because they get excited, they get in their emotions, and they're like, oh, well, hey, I've already spent this money on the house. I might as well go buy this, and it ends up biting them in the ass. So don't think of that if you're somebody right now that is you have plans of buying a house in the future. The number one thing that I would look at is, what do you owe? What are your debts? How much do you pay monthly towards your debts? Try to chop that down as much as possible. And if you're debt free, good for you, because I wish I was. I know a lot of people wish they were too, because if you're debt free, that really gives you the most purchasing power whenever it comes to buying a house. Okay? So number one, debts. It's mind blowing. Yeah, you ain't lying, Dave. It is mind blowing. I wish it is mind blowing. You ain't lying. So all right, debts. That's number one. All right. Number two, your credit score. Okay, what's the number one thing? A lot of people think you need a lot of cash, you need a lot of this, you need a lot of that to buy things, which is true. You do need cash to buy things, but something that's almost just as important as having cash is your credit score, right? What can you buy with a shitty credit score? Nothing. You could buy something. I'm sure there's somebody like a car dealership that'll give you a loan for a bad credit score if you have something that's under 500 or something like that. But
then they give you a 26% interest.
Yeah, then you just you're paying crazy interest on it. But beside the fact, real estate and having a bad credit score do not mix. Typical credit score, I would say a healthy credit score for you to have to buy a house and get the best benefits, probably right around 650. If you have around there, mid sixes, you could get into a house lower, but you're probably not going to get the best benefits, like certain loan programs that you could qualify for if you had a better credit score. A lot of people don't take that into consideration. So your credit score is really important. I would say it's just as important as how much money you got in your bank, right? What do you know what the lowest credit score you've sold a house to somebody was?
I think it's right at 6, maybe a hair under.
Hair under 6. I think lowest I did was earlier this year. The guy, I think he had a 611 credit score, and we were able to get him into a trailer. It was a manufactured home, which I was like, I'm talking, he was a few points away to not being able to get qualified, but he got it. So credit score is extremely, extremely important. So number one, look at your debts. Number two, look at your credit score and how you can build and improve your credit score. The better credit you got, the more luxury you're going to have, the more, easier it's going to be to qualify for certain loan programs whenever it comes to buying the house. All right. Number 3. All right, let's get into the last. This is the last thing, okay? In order for you to have a better credit score, you have to be able to do this one thing. What do you think it is?
Hey, hold on.
In order-
Best friend walked in and threw me off.
In order to have a good credit score, in order to, plan accordingly, what is one thing you have to do in order to improve your credit score? Let's just say you have a bad credit score. What's one thing you just got to build the discipline, the commitment to get that credit score better?
Keep working so you can make money.
Make money, but what do you do with the money?
Make the payments.
Make the payments. Budgeting. You got to be able to budget. You got to be able to save your money, and you have to be able to budget. If you are not somebody that is, if you don't have the financial literacy to be able to just take away maybe a few $100 a month. Let's just say you're somebody that makes $3,000 a month. Rent's $1,000, truck payment's $500. What do you got left over? $1,500. You got $1,500 left over. You gotta have that discipline to maybe just take $200 or $300 a month and store it. Let's just say you're not looking to buy a house for 3 years. Okay, 12 times 3 is 36. Okay, it's $3,600 times 3, which would be close to a little over 10 grand. 10 grand can get you. I mean, if you're a first-time home buyer, you could buy a house for close to $275. That would be your down payment on an FHA loan. Okay, so budgeting is extremely important. Being able to budget, being able to save money, store it off. Don't even think you got it. Even whenever a rainy day comes, you're probably going to want to tap into that savings account that you have. Believe me, I know. I do it often. You want to tap into that savings account, but you got to look into the future. Okay, this is where I'm taking that money that I have saved up, putting it into an investment, and it's just not money that I can touch. You got to have that mindset. So budgeting, saving money is extremely important. Being able to be financially literate with your money, being able to just have that discipline. No, not touching. It's like a diet. Hey, it's like a diet. I'm not eating Cheetos today. I'm not eating a donut. I'm not going to eat that. Yeah, it's the same discipline you got to have whenever it comes to storing away money, saving money, budgeting, to make sure that you're going to be able to, afford a certain amount, or maybe get your credit score, pay off some debt, get your credit score better, have a certain amount of money for a down payment, have a certain amount of money for a lawnmower or furniture. You know what I mean? You got to be able to budget for that kind of stuff. So 3 reasons, 3 tips, 3, what was the show topic? 3 considerations. That's what I was looking for. 3 considerations for somebody that is possibly looking to be a first-time home buyer in the future. Number 1, do you remember what it is? Debt. Number 2, do you remember? Credit score. And number 3, being able to save and being able to budget your money. That's extremely important. Those are my 3 things. I've boiled that down to a science. Those are the 3 things, if you want to be a first-time home buyer one day, that you need to look after right now. Start today. Don't think in terms of, I'll start next month, or I'll start, in 6 months, whatever. Start today. If it's something that you want to do, you got to start today. So everybody, thank you so much for watching Real Estate 101. Really, really appreciate you hopping on here. Please like, comment, and share the stream. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And everybody have a great rest of your week. Take us out, man.